So here's the deal. Max upper upper, same deal, 1RM, using the hanging band technique. So if you haven't seen this before, it's basically a way to provide instability to a variation without being a circus trick. So one of the huge negatives of anything trying to make it a little more unstable on purpose is people tend to go way too far with making it unstable to where your ability to output any force at all is basically negligible. You just can't do it. And there are certain cases of some genetic freaks out there or people who have just practiced for so long where they're able to do something impressive, like barbell back squat 315 on a Bosu ball. I've seen it before. Is it impressive? Yeah, but the amount of time and effort that it probably took to get to that point was utterly wasted. For what? For what? You know what I mean? So in this case, this is just barely enough instability to cause basically like proprioceptive feedback. And so basically similar to RNT, which if you're familiar with RNT, it's reactive neuromuscular training. And all it is basically causing a little bit of a hiccup in your rep to rep to hopefully create more co-contractions to create more stability, ergo more force output. That's basically the gist of it, and which is why you don't want this to be too crazy, because it doesn't improve force output, it just limits it entirely. So some other cool examples are kind of like perturbations with like the bar. So if you had like a spotter or something, they're like lightly tapping the bar, and so you have to constantly maintain that rigidity in the shoulder to bench press appropriately. One extreme example that you're probably all familiar with is the bamboo bar or the earthquake bar or the tsunami bar, anything like that, that people use for typically bench press or squats. And it provides oscillations to the barbell, and you got to stabilize through that. Some of those can be pretty aggressive. The earthquake bar in particular can be kind of insane. A little bit more than I care to use in most cases. Because again, like, it's easy to get carried away. It's easy to end up making it so unstable that it's just, your force output is just severely limited. And you're still getting muscular co-contractions, which is cool, because that's why people talk about, it rehabs the shoulder really well and stuff like that, because you're working a lot of those smaller muscles that are responsible for stabilizing the joint, in addition to the big ones. So with all that being said, I don't want to yap about it for too long. That's kind of the purpose. Basically RNT, right? So if you're interested in RNT, you'll see a few examples that I use throughout the block, and none of it is severely complicated. It's all relatively straightforward because that's the best way to use it. So let's go ahead and get started. 5 reps on the bar, or 5 reps with the bar. This is just a 5-pound plate. I don't know if you guys can tell. And then they just dangle by the bands. And previous PR, I believe, is 330 with hanging bands. So let's see what we can do here. All right, here we go. PR time. 335 on the bar. I swapped the 5s out for 10s in order to actually get 335. Yeah, 310 moved really well. So, see what we can do, man. Ooh. Fucking go, dude. Loaded push-up. We got our Swiss bar out again. And we're going for a 6RM. Previous best was 135 for 5 from the sprint block. So I'm just going to jump straight there because 135 doesn't sound that bad. So we got 90 on there now. I'll probably go like 115 for 6 and then 135 for 6 probably. Because 90 did feel heavier than I anticipated, but that's also just because this push-up variation is brutal. Yeah. Oh yeah, already starting to slow down? That's a great sign. Whew. All right, fellas. Last one, 135 on the stack for 6. Ugh. Ugh. Let's go. Come on. Oh yeah, that's heavy. Oh yeah, dude. That was awesome. Because the past few times I've filmed from like 45 degrees, and you guys can't even see the contraction happening, which is probably the only useful part of watching this shit anyway, besides listening to dialogue. Or a monologue, I should say. Anyway, hopefully I got you guys in a better angle. Straps are going on because it's fucking heavy. And we got the lat bar out because I want to keep my hands pronated for this. So it's a little bit more of an upper back bias. Still training lats, still training the upper back complex as a whole, still getting some rear delt in there. The whole thing. It's just instead of keeping upper arm tucked to the ribs, I'm allowing them to flare a little bit more. So just some nuance that I throw in every once in a while. I'm gonna strap up real quick. Ugh. You guys are gonna listen to me yap. Kind of made some changes to my conditioning days. Just because logistically speaking, I wanted to move some stuff around. And then I'm also starting to plan the next block. I mean, the next block is pretty much the same for the most part. I just swap out some variations for some new stuff. But my methodology, you know, basically doesn't change. You know, like, I'm sure you guys have heard the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? What I've been doing has been working, so I don't change it. Ugh. We got 12 of these, by the way. Hopefully this isn't too heavy. Nice. We're gonna jump up to 150 for the second set, and then we're doing a drop. All right, set number 2, this is 150. We're gonna do 12, and then I'm gonna strip one side off because I have a 25 and a 10 on one of these sides. So I'm gonna strip both of those off so that we're down to 115. We're gonna do a drop set. We're just gonna go for broke. Straps are staying on for the drop because I want the focus to be off my grip. I do not want grip to even be a consideration for this. I got a serious pump with this shit. Again, pronated grip. And we're right on where the camber happens on this bar. 12 of these motherfuckers. Let's go. I had a little bit of extra in the gas tank there, but it's all good. This stuff's coming off. Drop sets are normally immediate. There's no rest time. But obviously, I gotta take the plates off and put these back on. So it's gonna be a little bit of a rest time. But I'm not doing it on purpose. I am still trying to be as swift as possible here. Drop set. If you stop, it's over. It's just reps, baby. Up by 12. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Neutral grip pull up. This time for threes instead of quads. Body weight 45, 70, 80. Let's go, baby. Almost forgot what I was doing. Not too bad. A little sore. £70 for 3. I might be able to squeeze out 10 more pounds. Maybe. We'll see. I think the first 2 will be okay. The third one might be a bit of a grinder. Probably should have chalked up, but it's too late now. Easier than I thought. It's good. Alright guys, we're gonna finish up with YTs, bent over YTs. So we've done YTIs before, we've done Ys, we've done laterals, we've done all sorts of shit. So we're gonna be bent over. So in our RDL position, right? Bent here. And then YT for 12. Obviously, it's not 6 each, it's 12 each. So I got 12.5 pounds here. Adder weight is on pinky side. Oh, hopefully my low back's not too sore. I don't think it is. Oh. We're gonna do 4 sets total. So there's 1 down, 3 to go. Short rest period, like 45 to 60 in between. I'm sorry, I'm mid-set, and I just realized I was supposed to film the last one. I'm sorry. So we're on 7. That's 7 right there. 9. Oh God. 5. 11. Oh, nice. I got it. Just for you guys. I didn't forget. But that is everything. I'm all done. I gotta go. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.